Hey guys, it's Jeremy here to talk to you about Anchor, the free podcast tool that you all need. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. First of all, like I said, it's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your computer or your phone. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership, and it's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. So guys, go ahead and download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm on your computer to get started.
Oh, yeah.
Blerd Survival Guide Season 3, baby.
At Blerd Activists.
At that dancing Blerd. We are back for another season of fun and love and all the things. Let's go.
Welcome back to the Blerd Survival Guide. Chill with us, enjoy the ride. Perfect way to spend your time. 3, 2, 1, we going live. Welcome back to the Blerd Survival Guide. Chill with us, enjoy the ride. Perfect way to spend your time. 3, 2, 1, we going live. We got everything you need. Jeremy and Jay, a hell of a team. Comics, news, and everything in between. Birmingham, we own the scene. Come on and let's have a blast with the Black Nerds and the Black Podcast. This is a guide to help you last. We got some topics to unmask. Welcome back to the Blerd Survival Guide. Chill with us, enjoy the ride. Perfect way to spend your time. 3, 2, 1, we going live. Welcome back to the Blerd Survival Guide. Chill with us, enjoy the ride. Perfect way to spend your time. 3, 2, 1, we going live.
Appreciate you, Nick, for creating the beat and the lyrics and helping us out, buddy. Another Marbury production.
Shout out Marbury.
Thank you for your service.
I'm already recording. It's gonna be me.
Brass Tracks is ridiculous.
I want to see them in concert too.
They don't they rarely ever do shows.
And the only shows they do are like in New York.
Yeah, or like super festivals. They did a tour a while ago, but never happened again.
And that was Lawrence with It's Gonna Be Me live on Blerd Survival Guide.
Blerd Survival Guide Radio.
All right. Well, welcome back, everybody. It's a different kind of episode this week. You see Jeremy, but you also have Ryan on the camera. And we have a guest with us today.
It's Mr. Rod Murray.
Hey.
How you
What
doing?
up,
And off camera, we have Ansley. She didn't want a mic today, but it's okay. Hey. She waved back. But no, welcome back to another episode. Ooh, cracking. Welcome back to another episode of Blerd Survival Guide. I'm your co-host, Jeremy, and like I said, it's a different episode today. Jay and Miriam are going to be off doing family things because it is Eid on Sunday, so they're having their time with their families and being awesome. We miss them, but it's okay because I don't like them anyway. But, no, I'm just kidding.
Eid Mubarak. Eid Mubarak to all the Muslims out there, to all
Indeed.
the Islamic folk out there.
Indeed. But like I said, it's gonna be a different episode. It's a filler episode today. We're taking a break from the finals and the whole bracket of Cartoon Network versus Nickelodeon. Doing something a little different just to keep you guys on your toes, always expect the unexpected. And I guess we can reintroduce people again. Ryan, how you been? You've been
How's it going?
off camera for
a
a couple months now. How
I'm
you
back.
on?
Yeah, it's cool. It's weird being over here. Usually I can just be back there on my phone, pop in to say something if I need to.
Not today.
Now I got to fix my face, make sure that I'm not like just out somewhere. But no, it's cool. I've been good.
Fun fact, we got a whole makeup team that we don't have because it's imaginary.
And yeah, Rod, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Shoot, not too much to tell, honestly. I just be watching anime and playing video games. So
Solid.
I met the qualifications list, I guess. So
Yeah.
I'm very pleased that I'm here. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
What's something that like brought you to nerdom and like blurreddom?
Yeah, what makes you a blerd?
Yeah. What is your thing? You know, like some people have like that one thing that just they can geek out about for hours and hours and hours. What is that thing for you?
True.
Or things?
I'm a Star Wars blerd. That is
Word.
me. I am. Yes, the Force is with me, and my knowledge of a fictional universe that is far, far away. That is me.
That is you?
That's where I'm at.
Oh,
I like the contradictory of that whole first line. It's like a long time ago in the galaxy
Far,
far,
far
far away.
away,
It's like,
yeah.
wait,
Yeah.
how was it a long time ago? But also, light years. What?
you know what?
That's a whole other conversation.
Yep.
But no, like I said, welcome back to another episode of Blerd Survival Guide. I'm gonna say that like 5 times because I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, what's today's episode? What are we talking about today? Since it's not the
This is the filler
It
episode,
is a filler
so
episode.
we can either do a recap, we can just talk, or we can do a combination of both.
oh, that's a dangerous field. You're saying, Matt, right? But we can, yeah. I mean, we can just about get into anything, and yeah,
I can even just do what I do back there and just throw out questions when I feel like it's just too quiet.
True.
So I could just be like, Rod, what is something that people will stone you over? Like, what is a nerdy opinion that somebody would punch you in the face
Ooh,
if
I'm
you heard
gonna
out
do it.
loud?
Opinions.
Wow, we're gonna
Yeah,
start.
let's
with
start
that.
there.
Get into it, baby.
If I put you on the spot, I'm so sorry.
No, it's cool. I think this is a place for me to start. I don't know if I would get. No, I probably would get beat up for this. I am not the biggest Naruto fan, and I feel like I'm probably gonna get. Yeah, see, this is exactly how it starts. Like, this is when y'all don't invite me back. I love Naruto with a passion. I just
Okay.
think where it went at the end really rubbed me the wrong way personally. I felt that's just where it was. I felt like we just
That's
lost
valid.
a lot of our homies along the way. Like we didn't get to see my man Rock Lee really turn up the way we wanted to.
The way
we
he
didn't get
should
to
have.
see my boy Neji. He went out sad, real sad.
Yeah,
Killed by a stick.
By a
whole stick.
long stick.
By a stick.
Yeah, no rotation. No kind of rotation. That's all. That's where I am. You know,
Yeah.
that's where it was for me. That's all. We lost our side characters in Naruto.
Naruto.
And they were hard. They used to be
I
hard.
mean, yeah, no, because we Boruto, everything is.
Mhm.
I mean, I was talking about. Well, no, I was talking to the whole team recently about the most recent arc, which is they're in the Hidden Mist and this whole thing, but this whole arc has just been very mid, and it's just like
It's okay. I feel like every anime can have or should have one or two that is just kind of like, yeah. Because you don't know where it's going to go. I feel like,
Yeah,
you need a breather sometimes. So sometimes it's okay to get that arc that's like, that you can do with. So some people may love it. Because I know there are people out there that would fight me for saying that I think Boruto is a little mid sometimes.
I mean,
There are people that will
I'm
throw
not-
hands with
here's
me
the
for
thing,
that.
I'm agreeing with you on that one. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's-
not
it's-
you,
I'm with
but-
you. I'm with you on that.
It has its ups and downs, of course. Like I said, I mean, I hope they didn't like put out all of their cards at the first 100
yeah.
episodes with the whole Mississippi gang clan
Yeah.
and everything. Yeah. Besides the point, yeah, the most recent arc was just kind of mid. It's still mid. I haven't even watched the most recent episode that came out today. I'm gonna probably watch it tomorrow and just kind of ignore it, but not really because it's also.
I feel like they started Boruto way too big. Like with Naruto, it started small, and like it got bigger. And then when you met Zabuza, there was a world outside of
it's
here.
like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
This
and I
wasn't
feel like
actually
with
good.
Boruto, he kind of kicked it off right after, because we had just like the
there
war
was-
with pain. In
Yeah.
Naruto, he was like, we got to do something to top that, and I feel like it would have been cool to just got like even like a whole arc of them just being like in school training, rather than just right out to.
Yeah.
Because it's, no matter what, that comparison's gonna happen. So I feel like he should have, or he could have changed it a little bit more to make it like feel like a different story.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you on that.
I will say this is one from me. In their base forms at the end of Naruto and where Luffy is right now in his base form, Luffy's whooping that man's ass
Yeah, no, like
up and down the street.
I'm with that. I'm
Up
all
and
for
down the
that.
street.
Luffy's little energetic ass is just.
Like,
He's too positive for this world. That's the other thing. Like,
no,
it's-
yes,
As much as
pure.
he gets like beat up on, it's like he does it with a smile, and it's just like, oh,
got to.
okay, my boy, just calm down. Even when he's mad, he still got it with a smile. I'm like, dang, Luffy, all right,
It's like I think it's David Tennant's Doctor when they do the Wrath of the Doctor like series where you just see him get mad like one time and it's like supposed to be like the most terrifying thing on the like
because he
in that
never
world.
got mad. He never got
But
mad.
like the one episode where he decides to like actually punish people, you're like, this is wow.
This is why we don't make the Doctor mad. Okay, cool.
It's like all of them got trapped in like one spot for all of eternity. It was like I think it was like somebody got like frozen in time, but they were like mind was still conscious. He like locked one in like a labor place forever, but it's like just them. It's this whole really awful family.
Wow.
And he's like the one time you see him like be like judge, jury,
And
executioner. It is terrifying.
His
like
form,
it's a
his
voiceover.
form of execution. Yeah.
And there's like a voiceover from one of the companions the whole time. It's really cool.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, it's one of the better Tennant moments, I think, and he has tons of great David Tennant moments. But
Love David Tennant.
here's another one.
He was Scrooge McDuck.
He was, is.
Well, it ended, so
Oh.
it was now. But
Was
still.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Oh, it's
David
great.
Tennant is the worst of the new Doctors.
You can get out there. I'll put you on punishment.
we can get spicy, in my opinion, between Matt Smith, Christopher Eccleston, Peter Capaldi, and Jodie Foster. David Tennant is my least favorite one.
I say Chris Eccleston is my least favorite. I don't care that he brought back the whole Doctor Who universe. His one season was not that great to me. I mean, I enjoy David Tennant and that Rose versus Chris Eccleston in that Rose. Like
He was a transitional Doctor.
Yeah. And
I feel like if he had stayed longer, which he wasn't going to stay longer because he hated the dude that wrote the show, who's
that
coming
on top
back,
of him doing,
by the way.
Yeah, he is. That on top of him doing like Thor, being a dark elf. Yeah. You got to remember that. Chris Eccleston was a dark elf.
I forgot he was in
Malekith.
Thor: The Dark World.
He was Malekith. Yeah.
That's a movie that I do not remember existing, to be honest.
I mean, does it matter when you have Ragnarok?
No.
And
Love and Thunder.
coming out.
Oh my gosh.
We've got a whole new Thor that we're working with.
This
now.
is the Thor trilogy that we needed. Starting with Thor Ragnarok. That is what we needed. Not the Shakespearean another.
Which
that.
I think that could have been cool, and I feel like that, like especially in the first Thor movie, him sitting there and just like smashing and drinking, being like another.
If we
super
had
in character,
if we had more of that,
Yeah.
in the first two Thors, and not the
And less
Shakespearean brother Loki, I love you.
so sad.
Yeah,
Less Dutch angels as well.
Yeah.
Get rid of those.
I will say, I do think Thor: The Dark World had one of my favorite, just like one-off cameos. Not like really a one-off, but like Chris Evans in Thor: The Dark World.
Oh yeah,
when they're
Loki
walking,
was,
I was like, oh wow, this is amazing. Like that was, I did not
I
expect
feel
that.
very patriotic.
Yeah, this really is America's. I thought that was really cool. But that is a forgettable movie.
It is.
Oh yeah.
I think one of my unpopular opinions, hot takes. Everyone loves Winter Soldier. Captain America: Winter Soldier is probably not the best Captain America movie.
It drags. It does drag a little.
Yeah,
It does drag.
I understand that it's supposed to be a political thriller. It does focus on like Captain America and everything. You barely see Sebastian Stan as Winter Soldier, which is what most people came to see.
Right.
Yeah,
He's barely in the movie. He's in Civil War more than he's in
this is true.
Winter Soldier.
This is
And
true.
it's his
It's named-
Winter Soldier was
it's named
his
after
movie.
him.
Civil War is Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Civil War is
Everyone
Winter
is just like,
Soldier.
oh no, Captain America, Winter Soldier, best fight scene in all of Marvel. It's like they've gotten better since then, but like you got the one fight scene, and I understand. Yeah, he throws the knife, and that's some badass shit right there. But other than that, the whole movie is just kind of
Okay. And you said something right there. You talking about Marvel fights getting better? Did y'all see No Way Home? My man Green Goblin dropping people through floors, bro.
He gave him a
He
spine
was
buster
a whole
to hell.
all
My
these
God.
like RKOs from Green Goblin, all of those, like him smiling every time Peter was like punching.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my
Full
God.
punches, and all you see is
Intensity.
this Green Goblin just I'm like, oh God,
They haven't been throwing hands in a Marvel movie like they did in
No.
Far From Home.
Far
Because
From Home.
I was scared of Tom Holland, and now
and
Those
Shang-Chi.
two, yeah.
Shang-Chi,
Boy.
that bus scene.
The buzz when they
going to
started
work.
when they were throwing the rings back and forth to each other.
Yes.
Just were like embracing.
When it went full Dragon Ball Z at the end.
So good. I'm so excited. For Shang-Chi 2. Shang-Chi 2. That's gonna be nuts.
I'm ready for this Doctor Strange, but yeah, this comes out next week.
Did you see the leak today?
No,
The actual footage leak today?
Nope.
Who?
I'm avoiding everything.
Who?
I follow this guy. His name is Logic.
Woo!
Say nothing. Say nothing. Don't
Part
tell
of it pisses me off, but part of it I'm really looking forward to.
Okay.
Tell me the part that you're looking forward to, not the part that pisses you off.
Reed Richards. That's the part that I'm looking forward to.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh,
The part that pisses me off is just something about timing of how they're using the character. It just goes back to What If, and I think it was mistiming for something.
But I mean, it's also. I mean, people already know that the Illuminati is going to be in this story.
Yes, which I also think they should have not, because Black Panther is such an important part of the Illuminati in the comics.
But you also have to remember, he was only in it for like one session, and he was just like, but
then he gets so sick of him and then leaves, and they threaten him, and he's like, "Yo, remember, I have a galaxy.
Try me.
I will drop a planet on you.
Try me. I got a meteor of
everything.
Space rocks underneath.
Try me. I am. That's
what you mean? No, they possibly could do that within.
And if that is how they recast T'Challa, I'll be happy with it.
That's absolutely fine.
They also just need to recast T'Challa.
True.
This man, he's got it.
Because Black Panther, like Wakanda Forever. I understand it's going to focus more on Wakanda and everybody, but I mean, it's called Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
Yeah,
like, the title, Black Panther. Like,
we need a Black Panther.
You do, and they're gonna be like, it should be Shuri. And I'm like,
nah. And if you don't mind me saying, like, we did not spend enough time with T'Challa before we could switch over to another Black Panther like that. That's all I'm saying. Chadwick Boseman, he brought the man to the screen, and R.I.P. to the GOAT, because he did his thing.
He knocked it out of the park.
He really did. And it's just the impact that Black Panther had when he came out as a comic book character with the name Black Panther. 1966, boy, big year. But and for us to
Stanley,
lose,
Jack Kirby, y'all some bold white man with that.
Exactly.
Coming with 1966, calling him Black Panther, and then y'all some bold New Yorkers, man.
Right. we just need that representation back.
Yeah.
And just for the history of that character, just for T'Challa, just a little bit longer, and then we can move on to Shuri's story.
Yeah. I also think that we need a major Black hero in the MCU that is not a vampire. Like, we need a regular dude.
Yep.
I mean, we do have Sam Wilson, Captain America, but I'm still kind of mad.
But he's still like,
here's the thing: in Doctor Strange, and somebody put it out on TikTok. We're getting a live action Captain Carter before we get a live action Captain America Sam Wilson in the movies.
All right, let's talk about it. I don't think I really hate that they're doing the whole Captain Carter thing right now.
We got a whole Captain Carter. Captain Carter's coming through. Like, I just saw a TV spot where literally she threw her shield at Doctor Strange.
Oh,
yeah.
We just got a new Captain America.
Yep.
And like, it is there's so many stories that they could do with Sam Wilson as Captain America.
Yep.
Just at the beginning, that doing Captain Carter right now would take away so much potential from that story.
I feel like it already has.
It already has. Like,
with these trailer leaks.
And even with like What If, like, because that was the
that
first
happened
episode.
after. Yeah, it happened after Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Directly after Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Like, I feel like that was a little inappropriate timing. And I also feel like if you wanted to introduce your British Captain character, you should just use Captain Britain.
Right.
And then you can just meme it and make it hilarious, and then be like, this is the contrast, and then you bring in Captain Carter to be like, this is the proper way to do it. Like, you don't have to keep Captain Britain around for a long time. That is, you just bring him in briefly, and then you send him on his way. But I feel like having Captain Carter here and having her in live action before we get a fully realized Sam Wilson as Captain America, because he's like had his like one Captain America moment where he was like, we should all just get along.
But that was also just the season finale,
right?
Of an 8-episode.
He was
show.
in the suit 20 minutes out of the whole show. I will say though, that first episode,
when he's flying, yeah.
I don't
the
care what anybody.
It's crazy.
I don't care what anybody says. Sam Wilson is hard, bro. Like, if you've never seen that episode, he is hard. Just for that, for the first 10 minutes, like, that is crazy. But Monica Rambeau. We got a little bit of her in WandaVision.
Yeah,
we haven't heard. Have we heard anything else?
They said that Captain Marvel figure that's in Doctor Strange.
Is that her mom?
That is Monica Rambeau.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up.
Word.
Because they were like, them thighs is not That ain't Brie Larson, and that ain't
No.
that ain't Superior Iron Man. That
Yeah,
ain't,
I was like, this is like the face is just too dark to be Superior Iron Man.
Those were some African American lips.
Yes, yes. I would love to see Superior Iron Man because I feel like that would be really cool and like a really interesting story to go with, especially if you use him as a variant and then you have him interact with Tom Holland Spider-Man as who knew this other Iron Man to get that, and then you could even bring in like Superior Spider-Man and do that whole thing if you want to just give Tom Holland something interesting to do as a bad guy. Feel like that would be cool. Because like the whole Superior thing
Tom Holland is just a broke college kid now.
Yeah, which is
wonderful.
Which
We're
is
finally getting back to our roots.
needed. Yeah,
I like it.
I saw somebody online said that MJ and Ned don't need to be in the fourth one, and I highly disagree. I don't think at first I was like, yes, just completely reset it, give him his Gwen Stacy, let him suffer more. But I feel like
let him suffer.
It hasn't got through enough.
he hasn't yet, you know.
He lost his aunt. He lost his uncle.
Yeah,
he lost his
you know.
surrogate uncle. He lost his third surrogate uncle. He lost
first I
his
was
city, his name, his friends.
What you want to get? You want to give him a Renegon or something, bro?
But I was like
I
thinking
mean, we're
about it, and we
getting, like,
just
Spider-Man
had
shipping at this point.
Yeah.
Exactly.
basically. But like I was thinking, I was like, we just had the whole redemption thing with Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man saving MJ in this universe. I was like, we don't need that again.
Right.
And I was like, well, he could just. He's also like didn't tell them that he was Spider-Man because he didn't think that he deserved to have people like close to him to do that. And I was like, I think it'd be cool if like they're still in the movie and like towards like the last third of the movie, she's like, I know who you are, and I think that would be cool. But I think
She just like refigures it out like she did in
or like
Far From Home.
he like keeps visiting her, or they like keep meeting, or she's just like, why are you here?
Right, they keep kind of he's trying to rekindle the relationship and
trying to like
bring that
500
letter.
days of summer it,
Yeah.
and then she's like, I know you, Peter Parker, and he's like, how did you
figure that out?
You remembered? Wait, what? How?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It's also how
I
you
thought it was like a post-credit scene, or like you know how they did at the end of every Spider-Man movie. It's
Mhm.
like, instead of the what the fuck, instead it's just like the last line is MJ just going, Peter, like she finally remembers. It's like, and he turns around and like, what the like he
Yeah.
remembers.
I think that'd be cool. I also think that'd be how you make Ned and Hobgoblin, is have him figure it out too, and get mad that he didn't tell him.
Yeah,
'Cause it'll be
that,
after-
like MJ found out first, and then like
because
he never
MJ's
told
gonna
Ned.
find out
Yeah.
first no matter what. So you could make him upset that he's like, all right, well, I'm gonna kill him. It'd be a very drastic notion, but it's comic books.
I mean, he
People are
also
allowed to
has
be
wizard
drastic.
powers now too. So that could
This is true.
Yes. My
And
boy
This is
got
true.
magic.
This is true. And Hobgoblin is the magic place goblin. So
Ooh, look at Marvel introduce. Ooh,
Kevin Feige, I'm
Ooh.
on to you.
He-
I mean
he
they
looked
are
different.
at a retreat right now figuring out the next 10 years of Marvel. So
Hey,
ooh,
which, and I know the next 10 years of Marvel means X-Men and the Fantastic Four.
yeah.
And I feel like it's just a tad too late. Just because
You don't want to see the first family?
I do want to see the First Family, and I will pay money to see the First Family every time they do a First Family movie. My thing is with the X-Men.
wait, did you see the Fan 4 stick?
With your boy Michael B. Jordan.
Right,
I saw that.
that
in
Fan 4
theaters.
stick. Ooh,
Me and my dad have seen every single Fantastic Four movie in theaters. And we were like, as a joke, we were like, we should go see, as we saw the trailer, we're like, this is going to be awful. We should go see it.
you already knew it was going to be awful.
Oh, we walked in, and it was me, my dad, and like two other people. 20 minutes into this movie, everybody is just talking shit. Like, just,
what the hell is this?
going on here? But like, I'll pay to see the next one too. But I think it's going to be more difficult for them to, because they can just fan service cast the Fantastic Four, and everyone will be happy.
Yep.
John
Krasinski.
Krasinski.
Yeah, there it is. Like they could fan cast that and just do that. I think it's going to be hard for them to do the X-Men because the appropriate way to bring in the X-Men would be to do like A versus X and do the whole No More Mutants thing from Wanda at this point.
I mean, that's the
What
one
we're
line that
missing-
everybody wanted to say.
Yeah.
In this movie in Doctor Strange.
But what we're missing is like you're going to have Cyclops heading up the X-Men charge because it's Cyclops.
I mean, he's, yeah.
And they're going to cast some 6'4" ginormous white dude to do it. Guess who we don't have anymore?
Wolverine.
No.
Oh, okay.
For the Avengers, we don't have Chris Evans
No.
to be our
Captain America.
6'3" Boy Scout anymore, and that is. Of all of the Avengers that we have currently, it would only make sense for Captain America to be the one to stand up against Cyclops if they were to adapt that, because Cyclops is a dickhead.
This is true. This is facts.
And I don't. It wouldn't make sense for it to be Thor, because Thor would rather fight him anyway.
Right.
Like, it wouldn't make sense for it. Like, Sam Wilson is not gonna have like the stoic mannerisms enough. It's not gonna be Bucky, because they're gonna outsmart Bucky. Bucky is not a smart man.
No, he wasn't frozen in ice. He was brainwashed. I mean, if you brainwash, you really susceptible to a lot of things at that point.
Yeah.
After breaking,
Like,
yeah.
It's just, like, it's not going like Star-Lord doesn't have the the leadership wherewithal that's established
He still don't
right
know
now.
about Earth that much.
Nope.
That's the other
Don't.
thing. Yeah,
I just saw something about the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. We're going to see Drax and Mantis in Hollywood. Like, this is going to be basically their first time on Earth, so we're going to see how that's going to pan out.
That's going to be good.
It's gonna be
it's going to be
hilarious.
funny. Yeah,
This is gonna be so funny.
I have all the trust in James Gunn to like make this a hilarious Christmas special with Guardians of the
Yeah.
Galaxy, but still, this is basically their first foray onto Earth, and like we
That'd
get
be
to see
cool.
this. Yeah,
I think honestly, I think they should just keep everybody separate for a little bit.
yeah.
And just not try to do like the build to the new Avengers, because that's going to get really difficult this fast.
Yeah.
I think if there's like a clear team that starts to line up, and like people end up falling in love with new characters, like they fell in love with Cap and Iron Man and Thor, like as aggressively as we all did the first time around, then they can go ahead 5 years from now and throw us a new Avengers, and it'll be cool. But
they're putting the foundation for the whole new Avengers right now with American
but there's like
Chavez and
yeah,
Loki.
they should do. But I feel like they could do like the Young Avengers, because we've met Eli. We already have Kate Bishop. You just age up Wanda's kids, and you have Hulkling and Wiccan.
like they already didn't do it
Yeah.
in WandaVision.
You
Hey,
bring
let's be
in
10 years old.
Ironheart. You have
She's
you
going
already-
to be introduced in Wakanda forever.
yeah. You've got, and then you just need Black Cat, Patriot, who needs to be taller than the dude that they casted him as in
And
Falcon the Winter Soldier,
Yep.
because he's also supposed to be the one that is like intimidating and like can stare down Captain America in the face in the comics.
True.
That's also one of my favorite. This is a sidebar. One of my favorite panels, and like one of my favorite pages is there's a Young Avengers comic after they beat Kang, and they have been like forcefully dispersed by Captain America. He's like, "You guys are all kids. Go to high school.
Be children. Live your lives.
And like, it's like more. It's like he's like, I'm just trying to like make sure there be kids and all. They get into a fight. There's like an altercation, and the Young Avengers are like go rogue and like save a bunch of people. And he's still like, stop. He's like, I love what you're doing. And then
Great
he's
job.
Like,
No
like
more.
then Eli steps up to him and is like, no, I'm gonna put this. And Captain America's like, you don't know what you're talking about. And then Luke Cage is like, I think there needs to be another black hero out there, and just looks at Captain America, and Captain America's like, he's 15.
Luke, Power Man, he's a child. He is a child.
And I just that whole like that string of interactions was really cool, because like you saw Eli was like ready to fight, but you definitely knew Captain America was gonna put pause on him. And then you had Luke Cage back there was like, I'm gonna put pause on you, and you knew that was gonna be a fight. Like Captain America and Luke Cage in that, like both of those forms of them would have been like a brawl.
Oh yeah.
Because this was like, because also it's Captain America who's a soldier, and so he just likes to fight a little bit. Like deep down, he just likes to throw hands with people.
Oh, he never had a no kill rule. He was a soldier.
Yeah.
First and foremost. Like,
Oh yeah.
And we've
kill the bad people. That
and we-
was his goal.
and
Boy
then
pulled up with the strap a few times.
have
you know
y'all
what I
read?
mean?
Yeah, so the first Captain America, he got the shield and the gun.
Why more people don't have shields and more? We do not know.
Have y'all read the Ultimates series?
Now
Here and there.
It's the basis for the Avengers movie, kind of, a little bit.
You mean like the before the merger between Ultimate Comics and
Yes.
no?
Okay. So this is just about Captain America throwing hands, because it's one of my favorite storylines. Him and Wasp end up canoodling, and it makes Ant-Man really mad because they're married.
Hank Pym, Ant-Man.
This is Hank Pym. This is the reason why Hank Pym is not
Yeah.
Ant-Man in the MCU.
Yeah.
And Hank Pym,
Hank
like,
Pym, Ant-Man in the comics. If you know, you know.
That's a bad man.
Ooh, he's
Not a
awful.
very good. No.
But
We understand why it's Scott Lang in the MCU.
Yeah. But I just remember like abuses her. And I remember Captain America walking in that bar and grabbing him by the shoulder and says, "Let's go outside." And he goes outside. He's like, "All right, get big." And he's like, "No." He's like, "Get big or I'm gonna kill you." He's like, "I don't want to fight you if you're not big." And just ends up throwing this dude around for like 2 pages. And then like Ant-Man goes giant. He's like, "This is what you wanted." And Captain America, he's like, "Thank you." And just throws this man. Like, it is nuts. Like, leaves him like in the hospital. Hank Pym also like betrays them and gets what's coming to him in that series.
I mean, we got the comic accurate Hank Pym and What If, but like still, terrible person.
Awful.
So bad.
Terrible.
So bad.
Because even that MCU Hank Pym from What If was not even like doesn't even compare to what Hank Pym in the comic books was actually like. Abusive, drunk, father, husband.
Awful.
It's crazy how they did him up in the MCU though. Like they kind of made him like the unsung hero.
Yeah, but also like he was still like anger issues, crotchety old man.
Oh yeah,
Even, like his first flashback in the first Ant-Man was like he got mad because they stole his technology. He just went wham and like started
punching
wailing
people.
on homeboy. I'm like,
can't do that in the boardroom, y'all.
No,
can't do that.
I think that was cool. I think that was a change that I liked.
I also enjoy seeing. Like, we want to hint at that he does abuse people because he doesn't have his way, but we're not gonna say that he hit his wife.
Which, I mean, they can now. I feel like it is time for the MCU to stop trying to be for children. Completely.
I mean, they did a little bit of that in Winter Soldier.
And Moon Knight we have seen some blood again.
Ooh, yeah, Moon Knight.
And they are dealing with trauma and like some mental things very appropriately.
All these TV shows are definitely more adult oriented.
That is very true.
Yeah. And I'm just hoping and praying that we get a Punisher season 4 or 3. 4?
I think it might be 3.
3.
I think it might be 3.
Yeah,
3.
It's only
That's
that
right,
2
I
seasons.
forgot.
Yeah,
season 2 of Daredevil is Punisher season 1.
Basically.
Also, I need another season of Daredevil.
Yes.
Or I need him to like team up with somebody in person.
They're doing something with it. I think Charlie Cox is going to make an appearance in the Echo series.
Yes.
That'd be cool.
That man, his cameo in Far From Home was wonderful.
Yeah.
You brought up the Echo series, and I would like to say I hated the way they used my boy Kingpin and Hawkeye. They nerfed him so much. Like, yes, he took an explosion, and like, but this is a man that we watched disembowel someone with a car door.
Oh yeah,
3 episodes into his series.
That was bad.
Showing up in a Hawaiian shirt and like almost being a cartoon.
I mean, they had to MCUify him.
They did.
But they did it though.
Well, because Hawkeye is not Daredevil.
Yeah, but Hawkeye's dealt with people like that before.
I mean, we had to deal with the whole Ronin thing. But like, I mean, you got
Hawkeye kills people.
Yeah, but you also got to think in Endgame, you never saw like blood.
Yeah,
in Endgame when he like stabbed homeboy.
This is true.
He was cutting up some folks.
Yeah, but you never saw blood.
Yeah, you didn't see blood.
Saw cut. That's how you saw. And then they were on the ground. That's it.
Yeah.
And then, like, I mean, they cleared it up with the rain. That's
right.
How you didn't see blood because it was raining at the time. Don't give me hope. No, you don't give me hope, Hawkeye. I want blood.
I don't know. Hawkeye has a very special place in my heart. He's been one of my favorite heroes forever. I just loved how cheesy his suit was in the comics. Like that purple and blue thing.
The helmet.
Eyes was incredible. But I feel like, especially for like a Hawkeye show with somebody like Jeremy Renner, who if Jeremy Renner walked out as Clint Barton and said, fuck, nobody's going to get mad. It would be like, oh, okay, yes.
Oh, Jeremy Renner has played Clint Barton very well.
Yeah. I really enjoy that. And I enjoy, I enjoyed Hawkeye as a series overall. Mm-hmm. I did not like how, and I loved seeing Kingpin in there, and I loved seeing Vincent D'Onofrio play Kingpin. I just thought that they could have made him a little bit scarier. Especially considering how scary he was in Spider-Verse.
Oh, and Spider-Verse, yeah.
Which is more recent than Daredevil. Because he was ready to murder a child.
He had the
in
only
Spider-Verse.
Yes.
He had the only curse word in Spider-Verse.
It's also true.
It's gonna be a hell of a light show. I was like, they saying swears.
Remember, he was ready to throw Miles out of that train.
Oh no, he definitely thought he murdered him at the end. With that big punch.
Oh man!
Death punch that he did to the regular Spider-Man. The bass I felt in that theater when he did that.
Woo!
All you felt was like, oh.
I would also love to see Chris Pine actually put out the Spider-Man, like just not as Peter Parker, but I would love if in like Spider-Man 4 we get to see Chris Pine in the suit like dancing or
just
something.
like the New York like Spider-Man,
Yeah.
those New York costumers that you see in this.
That would be
takes off your mask and
amazing.
it's Chris Pine. It's like,
It's like
we
Chris
finally
Pine-
got all the Chris's in the MCU, all of them.
I feel like it's like
That's Kevin Feige's like Thanos glove. It's just like, let me get all the Chris's.
there's also I would love if they did that with him, but like the more I talk about it, I really want to see Chris Pine play somebody in the MCU.
Who do you think it would be? Who do you guys think Chris Pine would be perfect for?
Well, my first thought was Adam Warlock, with Space Jesus,
I was thinking that.
but that's what
I mean, we got our boy Sid, our live action Sid, playing him.
he's gonna be cool.
He does not look like himself.
No, he doesn't.
No.
Like with his hair grown out, he's actually.
Bro, he has a jaw now.
Yeah.
That's too.
like his
He grew bone structure.
I don't know what
Like, that
what
doesn't
he did
happen.
between We're the Millers and now, but like
He grew bone structure.
I think he just got sick of getting his ass kicked in movies because he
Had
spent
to.
the entire Maze Runner series getting the
Oh.
shit kicked out of him. I honestly would love to see Chris Pine play Magneto, because like a younger-ish Magneto. I'd just leave Michael Fassbender out of
Yeah,
it.
he's got to
Just leave all of them. Like they're great, but
that whole cast.
that whole cast
Just
needs
let them
to
rest.
hard reset.
McAvoy, Fassbender.
Yeah. Only one we can keep is Ryan
Jennifer
Reynolds.
Lawrence.
I forgot Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah,
How did you forget, bro?
she
How?
was-
They
Because
made
Robe-
Mystique
because-
an X-Man for
because
her.
Because Rebecca Romaine did a fantastic job. That's why.
Ah, man. Also, just speaking of things that nobody asked for, did y'all see this Hunger Games prequel that we're getting?
What?
Yeah, no, it's
Why?
It's the
Apparently-
prequel.
It's about Snow. It's like President Snow like coming up, which was more interesting than how they put it on Twitter because they said a Hunger Games prequel starring Jennifer Lawrence, and I was like, nobody
No.
asked for
No.
this.
No,
Let that woman
But,
do
like-
something that's not a whole bunch of franchise movies.
Let's just let her not.
Or just let her chill out for a bit.
right.
But
Has a child now. You know what?
That'd
Go
be
let her
a
be a
mom.
mother.
Let's
It's called,
just go.
The
Let her
Hunger
just
Games.
do her own
the
thing,
Ballad
but, like-
of Songbirds and Snakes. That is the prequel.
that's a lot. It sounds like a Game of Thrones book.
It honestly sounds like they stole that from Hades Town.
Yeah.
Songbirds and rattlesnakes. That's a musical theater reference. I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
That was for a very specific group of people.
It will arrive in theaters November 17th, 2023.
I thought you were about to say 2022. I was like, when did they shoot?
I was like, this is fast. It's real fast.
I like the era of doing like teen movie prequel.
YA novels.
Like, and there's like
gone.
there's a ton of YA novels out there and tons of series that would be like that are just ripe for adaptation. They could just leave the ones we've already done alone.
Boy, you know our
well,
market
say, how you about
is
to-
cornered by nostalgia.
Also that, but how do y'all feel about the reboot series Percy Jackson that's going to be on Disney Plus?
Rick Riordan's involved, so I'm excited.
Okay.
Yes, it should be good.
He didn't touch the movies, and you saw how that
They
went,
ripped
and
so
now
bad.
he is like, this is my show. He has like but I feel like he's not, even though he's not like show running it, he is involved enough for it to be like
the executive producers and everybody was like, Mr. Riordan,
how do you feel?
Right.
Yeah,
We're filming this right now. What do you think this is for you?
Yeah.
He's like, well, I think. It's like, all right, cool.
I think that I feel like that and One Piece have the Netflix
Oh, yeah,
One
'cause
Piece
Oda's-
adaptation
yeah,
because Oda's
yeah, it's
involved
part of
in it. I feel like those two have the potential to be some of the best adaptations we have ever gotten because the creators are like
Right
overseeing
there with it. Yeah.
Which is like I remember when they released the live action cast for One Piece, people were like, yeah. For some
I
of
was
them,
amongst them,
especially
yes.
when we saw Anaki, when they were like introduced Anaki as Luffy the first time, people were like, I don't know. You just could get annoying really fast. And then Oda put out a statement and was like, this is your Straw Hat crew. And everybody was like, okay.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. But also, I mean, that first video of Anaki announcing
Going to be the pirate
yeah,
king.
yeah. When he did that, I was like, okay.
And I also could tell
But-
that he's like he wants it to be good, and I cannot imagine the amount of pressure he is under as
Play
playing
happy-go-lucky straw hat Luffy.
and to not be annoying.
Yeah.
Right? Because Luffy can be very
You,
annoying.
you,
Yes,
can,
he can.
you can play it annoying, or you can play it childlike, and I feel like
Hey.
he's going to really go for that childlike
And he's
wonder.
other than Naruto, he is like got the potential to be the like the first successful big 3 live action adaptation.
Yeah.
Because the last time we tried to do this.
Oh no, you don't have to say it. It's okay.
Okay, I'm glad we're all.
It's all right. We don't have to go there.
I'm glad
we don't have to do that one.
I'm glad we all remembered Homeboy from Shameless being Goku. So, yes.
I wish I could get my money back and my time back for,
Hey.
for that time.
Hey,
Ugh.
man, that was one that I was not allowed to go see in pictures.
Good for your parents, bro. Good for your parents.
I think it was because that would have been one that I went to see with my father, and I think he watched enough of it with me just in cartoon form before baseball games. Where he was like, "Nope, not gonna do this."
You know what, son? I'm not gonna put you through this.
Nah.
I'm not gonna put myself through this.
I remember when they played it on Cartoon Network for the first time. I was just like, "What is this?
Whoever has watched
that?"
Right. Whoever has watched that movie start to finish after seeing it the first time probably needs to talk to somebody.
Like, what is
Needs
what
to
is
get
wrong?
some help.
Who hurt you?
Right.
Like,
Better help, SpongeBob.
said wellness.com.
I mean, one of the first things, and I mean, I didn't watch Dragon Ball like most kids did, but I mean, I had my cousin who watched it and like loved it, and I've seen enough of it to know this wasn't it.
Yeah.
I mean, when I see the trailer, I'm like, who is this white boy? And why is his name Goku?
And like that, like that wouldn't have bothered me if they had kept it to be like, this is Goku. He's white, but he really likes martial art. Like if they kept it to where he was like, I just want to fight.
If they kept it like
And, like,
Karate Kid almost.
Yeah. And they just like threw the bunch of names. Like if it had been like, I don't know, it wasn't the best adaptation, but the Death Note adaptation where they like took liberties with changing races, but they were like, this is the story and we're not changing the story, but Nat Wolff is light. They could have done that differently. Honestly, if Nat Wolff wasn't in that movie,
look,
Yo,
Lakeith
I
Stanfield was
forgot,
the
bro,
best,
from
yeah.
the Naked Brothers band was
light,
yeah. But I
which
mean,
like is not.
because Lakeith Stanfield, he fucking,
You know-
he did that.
You know what white
he
dude
don't
should?
miss. He
You
don't
know what
miss.
white dude should have played light is the dude that's playing Sanji. Because like in the manga for Light is like tall, like he is a noticeable guy, but he's like trying to not be. But like it's like in all of the panels with him like in their group, he is always like a little bit taller than everybody, and he's like described as
One of
like
those
a
just wanna, like,
good
crouch
looking
down and
dude,
not be
but
seen.
he's like trying not to be seen, and he's like one of those people that you look at and you're like, you have a god complex. Nat Wolff doesn't do that to me.
No, he was definitely scared little
Yes.
white kid.
Yeah.
Which is like fine, but that's
No.
not light.
Though anybody who's writing a bunch of names inside of a notebook to get rid of some folks. I mean, who you looking
You
at?
can only bring so much realism to an anime, though. So
Who you
much
looking
realism.
at though? Who you looking at?
I mean, you can only bring so much realism. It's an anime. It's an anime. I mean, like, I enjoyed. I know most people didn't, but I enjoyed Cowboy Bebop, the live action, and I've seen
Oh,
it. Man,
yeah.
I enjoyed the live
That was
action.
a
show.
good adaptation.
Yes,
I'm gonna be
people
honest,
like hated on
I
it,
never,
but like,
I didn't get it. I never watched it. I might have to.
It's
do
still
it.
up. It's
Yeah.
as far as like adaptations go, it's
it's more
it is
faithful
one
than
of the
most, it's one of
Okay.
the more faithful ones that's done by Americans. And I mean, the team that was behind it, as well as the actors and actresses, they were like, we want to give this show justice because it was such a fantastic show.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And I
And
mean,
you
they
can
did the best
tell.
that they could, and Netflix
Yeah.
was just like, yeah, we're gonna cut it. And after the first season, it's like, give it a chance.
Yeah.
Give it a
I'm
chance.
gonna give it a look. I'm
It's-
gonna watch it.
as far as adaptations go, it's one of the better ones
That's good.
for sure.
I have a bit of a vendetta against live action adaptations, and it's because I was hurt by the movie that will not be named.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, definitely.
I just
Understandable.
I really can't get behind it, but I'm gonna give this a shot because of how many positive reviews I've heard from it.
Yeah.
You guys have said it. I've had people who don't even watch anime say they've liked it, and so that means like I
It's
love
still,
Cowboy
like, it still
Bebop.
brings
I
the-
love Shinichiro Watanabe. So like
Yeah.
he makes a lot of good shows. So I might give it a
People
shot.
say, no, it still brings the campiness. Like it brings a campiness to it that like keeps it lighthearted, but it also has heart in it.
Yeah.
And I mean, with it being Netflix, they're finally able to have anime adaptation where you can drop F-bombs, and it's just like
And they have the
Okay.
budget.
because I mean, it's in that too. They do have a budget,
They
so
have
it's
a
like
budget.
you got. I mean, you have the Bebop, who it looks like the Bebop. The
How's
actual
it-
space travel.
How does the
is-
swordfish look? How does Spike's ship look?
Actually, no, everything looks good, and I mean, they have it like animated to where it's the CG looks like how the anime looked back in the 90s, and it's like not in a bad way. It's like actual like
It's like an art style choice.
yeah,
Okay.
and the way they try their best to make it look like the anime episodes, but in live action, and it's just like this works. It surprisingly worked, and I'm
That's
like,
what's up.
bring us season 2.
Yeah. I really am enjoying getting all of the set photos from South Africa for the One Piece show
That is dope.
and watching them like build these ships and like commit to building these ships because they released like a drone shot of the Barati
Really?
and how just big it is. Like, and it's like on the water. Like, this is not like a set piece that they built. It is on the water, like floating right now.
It was a lot of
And
it.
this
It
thing
looks like
is
it's
like-
gonna be like the whole show's gonna look like they're filming basically another Pirates of the Caribbean, but it's gonna be an anime.
You remember
Like, it's
BS?
gonna
You
be
remember like
underwater.
BSC's theater?
Yeah.
It is like that big.
Wow.
It is like the thing is ginormous. Like it is massive, and
That's
I
crazy.
really am like looking forward to them like building these ships. And I know like they're changing the designs and tweaking them
just a bit.
just to make it look more realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
for
I
instance,
think
that's like the Going Merry doesn't have like a cartoony.
Yeah.
it has the actual like goat. I'm like,
Go
okay.
face
but just
with
like
the open mouth.
like
That's all right,
and then did you see Shanks' ship with like the dragon on it?
Yes.
Like that is like it's looking good.
no, that's sick.
And just like having like just of all of the scale things that I was really worried about with One Piece because like there's 29-foot tall people just casually chilling in this show, and
Yeah.
I was like that was like something that I
That's
was
what
worried
that's
about.
what I'm gonna be interested to see is like, especially with it like what you said is gonna end like in the Arlong Park arc.
Yes,
Like I'm interested to see how Arlong is gonna look.
Right.
Because I mean, it's cast by like the black dude that's cast is like he like I've seen he's like 6'5". So I
yeah,
mean,
he's a big dude.
So he's big, and I mean,
Make
you
him
gotta make
like-
him another like 3.5 feet taller. So
Right.
it's like,
Which you also like kind of don't need to, because the person he's gonna be fighting is Inaki, and Inaki is 5'8",
true.
Which is good. I mean,
which is
that
good.
boy is
And
Luffy.
so
He's Luffy.
like if you like, I will get past them like if like Whitebeard or Arlong or like Kaido has to be giant.
He does.
Like you'll meet him, but Kaido has to be like it is a plot point that he is giant.
Yes.
Bigger than everybody. Like Big Mom also has to be bigger than everybody.
Yep.
But like at the beginning, you can be like like the introduction of the bigger characters is something that comes with the story, with the world itself getting bigger. So like let's say like you could end like we could end the season and then you could meet like a Whitebeard or something. You could just have that in passing where you're like you have the crew and you just see, or they're like, meanwhile this is where we're going next, and you see the giant like scythe thing go over his shoulder, and then you're like, oh, that is a big old dude. And I feel like they're gonna handle it in a way that's appropriate because of how big they're going with the sets, and like they're building windmills, they built the village.
No, yeah, it's incredible
They're working
how much they're
hard,
committing
yeah.
to,
I'm saying, I mean,
to
those
that
marine suits actually look more like the anime than I thought, because I thought they were going to be looking hella different, but no, they got the baseball caps, they say marine on it. I'm like, oh, okay, they're doing it.
I'm really interested to see how it starts. I'm curious to see if they're just gonna launch you into just right out the gate Luffy meeting Zoro, or if they're going to give you like a little bit of time with Roger. And like, I wonder if we're gonna spend like half the first episode getting to that execution,
I was
and
about
then
to say
it's
like
gonna
it'd
be
be a prequel, like we
Yeah.
lead up all the way to Roger's execution.
then you're gonna get
like
the
him
execution's gonna
smiling.
give the
That'd be-
speech,
yeah.
and then
It'd be
You're
funny.
gonna
No, it'd be
flash
cool
to
if like
Luffy.
it ends with him like smiling as he dies, and then
Yeah.
like it just
This
fades
is-
into like Luffy's
Luffy
smile.
smile,
yeah,
Yeah.
that would be insane.
Yeah,
Hey.
those are the vibes,
Iris,
bro. Those are the
Iris,
vibes. Those
hold
are the
on.
vibes.
We know what we're talking about.
Hey, come on now.
We know things.
Come on now.
Those are
I
vibes.
think that would be so cool. I'm also and I don't think we're gonna find out who's playing Roger until the show is about to come out.
Yeah.
But other than like Luffy, I feel like
You know who deserves it? Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp is Roger.
Stop.
Johnny Depp is Roger.
No.
I don't know.
Well, I feel like there's.
I feel like he's got to have a deeper voice. Like he's got to be like he's got to have that grandpa, you know, like almost like that grandpa.
I mean,
potential, you know what I mean?
they can modify his voice.
No, you can't.
Also,
I feel like
Nah,
the guy,
'cause-
I feel like it would be an emotional. It'd be a good send off since he won't be able to finish his.
what about
his
buddy
run.
that played Negan?
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yes.
Yeah, that could be good.
Yeah.
But I can see him as more of a Garp type.
Also true.
Yeah.
I can see Jeffrey Dean Morgan playing a better Garp.
Like, I mean,
Yeah,
you're right.
we don't need him very long.
but at the same time, the two characters.
Yeah.
they're-
And he does look like opposite of the dude that is playing Garp. Jeffrey Dean Morgan would be a good just picture image.
right. Just food for thought. That's all.
Does need a send off since he won't be able to be Jack Sparrow.
He does, and I feel like One Piece
Yeah.
would be the appropriate pirate thing to send him off with.
What?
But I feel like we could have him do something a little bit like more fitting of
Django.
I haven't met these characters yet. Hold on.
As Sarah Village? Come on now. Yeah. He'd make a great Django. He'd show up every now and again with Hina.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I like just one of those zany characters. One of those guys who's seriously
has a-
dangerous, but has that
Who's gonna play
aesthetic.
who's gonna play Roger?
That's a good. I mean,
Who is like
that's a big.
we don't
those are big
have
shoes to
other than
fill.
Johnny Depp. We don't really have some. We could Orlando Bloom could play Roger.
Oh my god!
But hear me out though. Will Turner and Goldie Roger do not look that different. We just gotta stick a mustache on them.
I'm looking.
Hold on. Will Turner in Pirates of the Caribbean 1 when he got the little mustache on it.
I mean,
And it would be a cool reference to the other big pirate series.
Roger was he was nice with the sword too.
And Roger was nice with the
He's nice with
swords. I think it could be cool. We could also, which I know it's gonna hurt my other fan casting, but I would also take Ray Park as Goldie Roger.
Whoa!
But I need
okay.
Ray Park to play somebody else.
Who were you thinking?
For Ray Park?
I mean, like you brought it up.
Mihawk.
Yes.
To the
There it
world's
is.
greatest
Yes,
swordsman
sir.
playing the world's greatest
you
swordsman?
got you got
I was about
Darth.
to say.
You trying to get Darth Maul into One Piece, bro? Like
Pedro Pascal is Goldie
That's it.
Roger.
That's
Pedro
it.
Pascal.
Pedro Pascal.
Oh,
Oh,
this is show's over. Show's
That'd
over.
be perfect.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Look at that.
Oh my god.
Hold on.
Oh yeah.
I did
No
it.
way.
I did it.
That would be it.
You
That's
figured it out.
That's it.
And,
What's his name? If this had been like 45 years ago, Mandy Patinkin.
Yep.
If you want to open it up to bring in some decades in, you
Let's
can go
put-
Charles Bronson. Yeah.
Charles Bronson.
You
You could do. You could. He couldn't act, and boy couldn't talk. But Andre the Giant as Kaido would have been incredible.
that would be sick.
Like one of the largest people to ever exist.
That would be
that
sick.
would be amazing.
That would be sick.
I would really want, and I know he didn't do swords things. So I think if he was still alive, I'd love to see Bruce Lee as Zoro. We'll just switch. Yeah. We'll just get rid of the swords and make him throw hands with people.
He could be Sanji.
No,
You can't throw blonde hair on Bruce Lee.
I would not want Bruce Lee to have to.
It would be cool though.
Jackie Chan would be a better Sanji because Jackie Chan is a goofball.
Yeah.
So that would work.
I can see Jackie Chan being a major simp.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'm trying to think. Who would? I just had somebody in my head. He looks like Pedro Pascal, but what's his name? Smokey and the Bandit. Smokey and the Bandit.
I was about to make a joke.
Gator.
I completely forgot his name.
All the references are coming from Archer. What's his name? He's got the
Sam Wilson could have played Whitebeard. Not Captain America Sam Wilson, but like
Actual
Sam Elliott.
Yeah.
Sam Elliott.
Sam,
The voice of Ford F-150.
Yes, my
the
boy.
One Piece is real.
Yeah.
The One Piece.
Oh, Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds.
Would have been
Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds. That
Burt
would have been a
Reynolds.
Great name. This is like
And throw what's my boy name? Jeff Jeff
Goldblum?
No, not Jeff.
I was about to say.
Jeff Bridges. Let my man be in there too. Throw Jeff Bridges
Jeff
over
Bridges
in
could
there.
play Garp.
Yes, Jeff Bridges
could
would
be
be
your Garp.
wonderful as Garp.
What's his name
Son of
from
Iron Man, Jeff Bridges.
The Outsiders?
The one who's died, or the everyone else
No,
who's alive?
this is gonna sound really dumb, but Tom Cruise when he was in The Outsiders would have been a great Kobe.
Ha!
Ralph
Yeah.
Macchio.
Ralph Macchio's Kobe. Yeah,
Yeah,
he did whine a lot.
he did.
He still whines a lot.
And then he became a badass
It's true.
through Karate Kid.
This is true.
Yeah.
Mr. Miyagi. R.I.P. Great guy.
Pat Morita.
Yes.
I'm trying to think. Charlie Chaplin would be an insane buggy.
We go way back, huh?
This is a thought that I've had before. I've sat down and been like, oh man, if I could just take anybody from any time, who would they be? It's just I feel like Charlie Chaplin playing buggy, or it would have to be like a Jim Carrey, like somebody that could be that ridiculous.
You got to be like hella physical comedy.
but still a little bit terrifying.
Jim
Because
Carrey
the first
definitely
time,
fits that
definitely,
bill.
yeah.
the first
he
time you
fits
meet
that bill.
Buggy,
Jim-
you're supposed to be
I'm
kind of
saying-
scared of
I'm
him.
Jim Carrey now.
Jim Carrey is as Dr. Robotnik,
Yes,
equally hilarious, but
Yes.
equal parts. Like, have y'all seen the new Sonic yet?
Not yet.
I've seen bootleg of it.
Okay.
Hey.
Well, how he be at the end of Sonic? Yeah,
Yeah.
He was funny, but also
Yes.
I would mess with Jim Carrey
No.
at the end of Sonic 2.
That's what's up.
What's his name? I was like, Manny Patinkin also would have been a great crocodile from if this was like Princess Bride, Mandy Patinkin, Inigo Montoya would have been a great
Yes.
crocodile.
He'd be a great Mihawk too.
He would have been a great Mihawk.
That boy would be fighting.
Him and Carrie Elwes.
Yes. Hey, also, I got to throw that out there. That man was doing his thing in Princess Bride, okay? When he
Absolutely.
was paralyzed and doing all the movements like that, I was not expecting that. I saw Princess Bride for the first time a couple months ago. I don't know what I was doing with my life.
I've been watching that movie for close to 20 years now, and I've not been able to watch one scene of that movie for 20 years. When they put the suction cups on him and they're turning the thing, and he just has to sit there and scream. I cannot watch. Just to this day, I have to leave. I will not watch that scene. I watched it the first time and I had the worst, the string of the worst nightmares of my life.
Dang.
But I love that movie.
All right.
So if I
That's
ever,
like me and the Wiz when they go into the subway.
oh my,
That is the
That
scariest
is
scene in all of
trauma.
cinema.
Yo,
When them puppets turn human size, I'm done.
no.
Yeah, I've literally turned that movie off countless times when it gets to that scene, or I leave the room until that scene is over and I hear it end, because it's some weird oh no, and then I hear it's over and they scream and they run away. I was like, all right, I'm good, I'm coming back in. Bet, but no, that subway,
that is
that's some Curse Cowardly Dog level. Nope, I'm not trying to deal with. I'm not. No,
man.
Unpacking that cartoon and why we're all messed up as a generation is.
I know I talk about it every time we mention courage, but that perfect episode explains so much about why our generation has anxiety.
We're just.
Oh
we
man,
were watching some wild stuff as
some
kids.
wild things. Man, I'm gonna sit down and draw out that whole One Piece cast from history. I'm gonna do that now.
This Game Planet.
Because Michael Clark Duncan as Kaido would be really cool. But we
Michael Clark Duncan
Big
is
R.I.P. Big R.I.P.
no, because I would like to like Michael Clark Duncan.
Wait, as who?
Is Arlong?
I would like to. I enjoy Michael Clark Duncan.
As Jimbei. As Jimbei.
Wait,
Okay.
that is perfect.
Yes.
Just you wait.
Okay.
That is absolutely
Boss
perfect.
Jimbei.
That is
Michael Clark
amazing.
Duncan.
Also, Michael Clark Duncan was a very good kingpin in a very bad movie.
Another one.
A very good kingpin in a very bad movie. Oh man.
Ugh.
But we could go on and
That's why
on.
we don't trust.
Yeah, so we're at that point we can't go on and on. But what we're gonna do now is take a quick break, and we'll be right back with the weekly blurb. Be right back, guys.
It's time for the weekly blurb.
Okay.
Hell yeah. All right, welcome back. It's time for the weekly blurb where we discuss weekly things, take about 5 minutes out of our own time to really talk about anything because that's how things work. And yeah, I'm going to go first since I'm the veteran on camera expert. Hey, shut up. This week, some cancellations have happened on the CW. Some of my favorite shows, but not really, because they've gone downhill since about 2018. Yeah. We had 2 recent cancellations. We had the Batwoman, which I was expecting to be canceled because it was not good from season 1 to now. Yeah. But that got canceled. But one that I'm really sad about is DC's Legends of Tomorrow. It was 7 seasons. It started off as something serious. It turned into, hey, we're a comic book show, but we're also very sideline characters. So we're just going to play into that and be hella meta and very funny. And once they got into that kind of niche, it worked. And yeah, after season 7, they left it on a cliffhanger. We finally met Booster Gold, played by Donald Faison.
Yo, what?
Wow. Yeah.
Wow. Literally the last 2 episodes.
Wow.
We got Donald Faison as Booster Gold, and they were gonna like season 8 was gonna try and bring in what's his name? Ted Kord, Blue Beetle, who was going they wanted guy who played JD. Zach Braff. They wanted Zach. They were going to try to get
JD back together
again.
again.
They were going to try to get him to come back and be Ted Kord, OG Blue Beetle.
That would have been cool.
Man. Yep, and we would have had a Blue Beetle and Booster Gold, part of the Legends.
I probably enjoyed Legends of Tomorrow the longest out of all of the shows.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, once they figured out that hey, we're the wacky side of CW TV, we're just going to play into that. Once they figured that part out, it was just like, all right, I can get into this. I mean, when it got to the episode of when they went to the history, the Natural History Museum and played the thong song as they were battling at the last battle, I was like, this is TV.
It was clever.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
You mean you had them battling with shake weights and everything? And that was that was a time. And yeah, like I said, Legends of Tomorrow was a fantastic TV show that you didn't have to be a comic book nerd. You didn't have to know about comic books or anything to watch this show. It was basically a time travel show with a bunch of misfits who just so happen to be superheroes in the DC lore. And
it was also low-key some of the best characters from the other shows.
Yeah, and they put them all into the ship. And it was real world meets time travel meets Doctor Who meets I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore. That's essentially what it was. Literally the cliffhanger at the end of season 7 was they were being arrested by some new form of time police that Booster basically snitched on them, so that he can get out of his prison sentence because he was already a prisoner from the time police, and they were going to start in season 8 would probably do a prison bust almost, break out of the time prison with Booster Gold, and he'd probably become part of the team, and then we'll probably meet Ted Kord and everything. It was a whole line of stories.
There were a lot of reunions on that show. You saying the thing about Scrubs, bro, they had the 90% of the major characters from Prison Break. Mm-hmm. Were on that show. Wentworth Miller was Captain Cold.
Captain Cold and
I remember that. I remember seeing that.
But then, the warden from the prison was just in an episode. A lot of them were just walk through cameos almost. But the most major, there's one. It's very early on because I know Wentworth Miller didn't do the show for very long. But it was one of the
died
bad
after season 2.
It was I think it was either the beginning of season 2 or late season 1. One of the major villains from Prison Break is just a side character, and him and Captain Cold stare at each other and then just walk separate ways. And I was that's funny. I'd never expected. I didn't think I was gonna ever see Wentworth Miller do anything after Prison Break, so I thought it was really cool to see him.
He's still every now and then because he doesn't really do the superhero TV shows anymore either.
Yeah. He's filming Prison Break again.
But he still did cameos as Captain Cold on The Flash and on Legends. So they did their 100th episode. He came back to do a little cameo in that, and I was oh,
nice.
They brought back OG people. But
that's cool.
And I mean like I said, I'm sad about it. Batwoman, I knew that was happening from season 1. I was all right, I'm just waiting for the inevitable. And other than that, we just gotta.
So what CWDC shows are left?
We have The Flash, which is closing out. It has about 4 episodes left in season 8. got picked up for season 9, which is more than likely going to be its last season because a bunch of the main characters are either leaving or being killed off. Because what's his name? Jesse Martin, who plays the dad, he's not going to be in season 9. Yeah.
Is he dead?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's just stepping away from the show because he's going to be like filming a new pilot for another TV like police drama.
Okay.
Gotta have another one, I guess.
He there's the. It's not a spoiler, but it's like they're thinking that
you can spoil it. I'm not gonna.
Well, no, it's not a spoiler. But like, no, this is because the episode ain't coming out yet. One of them, somebody's going to die by the end of this season, and it's literally one of the main members of Team Flash has been there since season 1. So I think what's her name, Caitlin Snow, is probably gonna she's more than likely going to be the one that's going to die and not come back. But we still have Killer Frost, So the actress is still there, but she won't be Caitlin Snow. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Either that or Killer Frost is going to leave because she has no reason of being Team Flash anymore. I can't remember her name, but the girl who plays Iris, she doesn't even like know if she's going to be back for season 9. Like they haven't had any negotiations or contract talks about her coming back.
She's not coming back.
Exactly. So
that's it right there. She's not coming back. There's a
strong possibility that the Flash is ending after season 9, and season 9 might be like Arrow season 8, where it just might be a 10-episode limited series, and
honestly, I'd rather them do like 10 episodes with a 20, like just give them a budget and just be like, send it off,
go balls to the wall, crazy,
go nuts. And I mean,
literally, this most recent episode gave me hope for like whatever the new showrunner Eric Wallace, who is a black guy, like I think he's trying to bring back what like the feeling.
Don't tell me that because now I have to watch.
No, you don't. But like,
is he a good person? You think?
Yeah, no. Well, he's trying to bring back like the feeling of how it was in the first 3 or 4 seasons.
So
when it was still kind of good. Well, when it was good. And I mean, like this most recent episode, like Barry, because he finally has his golden boots, and the golden boots is actually like a scientific like thing that I forget his name, the replacement for long hair.
Carlos?
Yeah, but his replacement.
His replacement?
Black guy. Yeah. But
that's not his name in the show. Cisco's his name in the show.
Yeah.
Carlos is his name in real life.
Yeah. But Cisco's replacement, Chuck. But he created the boots for Barry. And that's how he has the golden boots now. And then this most recent episode, they both were talking science. It's like, hey, what do you do if I can match the speed on the boots to lightning or something like that? It's like, Barry, I don't think you're not going to. It's like, yeah, I'm going to try to. He literally throws lightning in the sky, and he's running on the lightning because he's trying to catch the guy who's flying. And it's like, it was actually pretty badass.
That's cool.
It was like, sick. This is what we've been missing in the Flash. Like these stunts and tricks that we haven't seen since season 4 when he figured out that he could throw lightning in the first place. And
reminds me of somebody.
But that's, I mean, like I said, they're
I wonder.
We'll get that in a minute. The Flash is about to be going into season 9. Superman and Lois is still on, and that's the best CW show.
It doesn't even that doesn't feel like a CW show.
No, I think they got an HBO Max budget.
They got to. They have to. It's super. You can't do Superman with the CW budget.
I mean, they doing a fantastic job with it because this season 2 is introducing characters that never even think. Superman and Lois is still going. Naomi is on. I stopped watching that after like episode 5, and I think
Naomi.
It's a newer. It's like it takes place in this universe.
It's like Vixen.
No, she essentially is like it's like a black Superman.
Oh, okay,
weird. But it's the guy who created Brian Michael Bendis is the same guy who created Miles Morales. And this was not his. This was like the opposite of the effect of Miles Morales. Like no one liked the comic, and Ava DuVernay is the one who's like she's the one who like is the executive producer of this show, and it was. Like I was watching my phone. I was telling Ryan and everybody this earlier. I was like I was watching my phone more than I was watching the actual show, and it was just like, nah, I'm good. So I stopped watching after 5 episodes. It's up in the air if that's going to get picked up for season 2.
I didn't even know.
Yeah,
that was
that. So Superman and Lois, Naomi is finishing up season 1. Superman and Lois is finishing up season 2. Flash is finishing up season 8, and then those other 2 got canceled. DC Legends of Tomorrow and Batwoman got canceled.
So we have Stargirl.
Stargirl is still on. I haven't watched that. I
didn't know that was a show until it was
on that DC streaming platform before DC got shut
was
down.
it like Titans and all that?
Yeah.
Talk about a show that need to get canceled.
That yeah.
I didn't even have my mic to my face.
I'm sorry, y'all.
But yeah, no, So Stargirl was that one of those like DC only shows, and then it got moved to the CW for season 2. Which I mean, they're introducing like they brought back the guy who played Jay Garrick in The Flash. They brought him back.
Okay.
On there.
Yeah.
And what's his name from Community is Stargirl's father, estranged father.
Oh.
The guy who played Jeff.
Yep.
Jeff Winger.
I know you're
Joe
talking
McHale.
about.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
I was wondering what happened to him.
Yeah,
like we ain't seen him in a
like a talk show for a while.
Yeah.
He had the soup.
That was a while too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's my weekly blurb. But like I said, I'm sad about the cancellation of Legends of Tomorrow. Batwoman can go. Just go. Yeah, but other than that, yeah, that's all I got. I'm sad for Legends of Tomorrow. Come back.
I think the CW verse was much more successful than we all thought it was going to be.
Well, that on top of like everyone loved Arrow.
Yes.
And then everyone got tired of Arrow. That's why it
Yeah.
ended. And they just didn't know how to
I also
handle
think
it.
everybody got tired of Arrow well before it ended.
Oh, no,
I think if
everybody
they
got tired of it around season 5.
yes, but I think they went too hard at the beginning with this could be a whole episode in and of itself.
5 years I've been stranded on
But
this
like
island.
once we got through the 5 years of him being on the island, and we get to watch him leave the island, and we like that story was complete. I feel like the show kind of wrapped itself in a nice little bubble because to that point, everything that was happening in modern times was related to what happened on the island, and then the island shit got crazy.
Oh yeah, when they put
When he left
Jeff-
the island.
he kept coming back. Like
I was
he-
like, stop,
like-
just go home,
Right.
get on the plane, and go home. Like, he goes to like Hong Kong, and they're like, here's a ticket to Central City, and he's like, no. And I was like, come on, Oliver. I also think they did too well with Slade Wilson being the second season. That should have either been saved or they should have kept him alive to be a threat for longer. Because Manu Bennett playing Deathstroke was a stroke of genius.
Yeah.
When he kills his mom. Spoilers, but when he kills his mom, like that
you
was
should've watched it.
nuts.
Yeah,
you should have. This was like
it's an old show.
2013.
It's an
Right.
old show.
Man, it was like there hadn't been like
One of the worst castings on Arrow though was whoever they got to play Captain Boomerang because one, he never sounded Australian not once.
Yeah.
His boomerangs were nothing, and yeah, I'm happy that when the Suicide Squad came out,
They also called I know it's like a little thing, but calling Roz Raish because they didn't want to get sued by DC was
but
a
it was still
little
DC. But the thing is, they also they were making Arrow Batman for TV because you can't have Batman on TV.
That's the other thing is Robbie Amell should have played Bruce Wayne one time. All I wanted was Oliver Queen and Robbie Amell and Bruce Wayne to walk past each other, and all we could have gotten was an Oliver. We could have gotten a Bruce, and that would have been it, and I would have been happy.
I'm mad. I'm mad now.
It's like Robbie Amell is super dark hair.
Yeah.
Like
No,
would
literally.
be a believable
Literally,
billionaire.
Bruce-
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm like, if he had played Bruce Wayne, he's also wouldn't have been smaller than his cousin.
They're
Like,
about the same height.
yeah, and like, even though Steven is built, Robbie is like also a muscle. Also, Robbie's other CW show shouldn't have gotten canceled about the people with psychic powers.
Yeah,
that one was
like, when
really
you
good.
Go back in time and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that only lasted a season, but anyway, I apologize for taking over.
No, yeah, I mean
I'll
we were
stop
finished.
now.
It was it was post blurb, weekly blurbs.
Rod, what's your weekly
Yeah,
blurb?
Rod, what you got?
I'm gonna
Alright.
stop stealing blurbs.
So the blurb works with like it's just any topic,
Anything you want.
anything.
So we
you
just went
want.
on the whole tangent about
Yeah.
DCCW.
It just has to be appropriate.
Okay.
Or not. We can bleep it out.
Who gonna bleep it out?
Audacity can do a hell of a bunch of things.
This is my blurb. The death of heroes in Star Wars, the symbolic death of some of our most beloved heroes. I told y'all earlier I'm a Star Wars guy, and my man Luke Skywalker, he's dead to me.
Damn.
Dead to me might be an exaggeration, but I don't like the direction he has been taken in, and I knew that in the sequel trilogy, and I definitely know that now after the Book of Boba Fett. who he just drops Grogu. Have y'all seen the end of Book of Boba?
I gotta catch up. I mean, I've seen snippets and clips.
Okay.
I mean, go ahead.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I will watch it, and I mean, I'll know what happens. But
This relates to that conversation about the Star Wars extended universe that we had a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
This is back to that.
I'm a piggyback off of that. The fact that Luke Skywalker was hey,
it's okay.
Say it.
Hey, it's okay.
Luke Skywalker.
Cry your tears out. Let me go get some tissues
out.
real quick. You got it.
Grandmaster Luke Skywalker in the expanded universe of Star Wars was untouchable. The man he could stop black holes. He could show himself as a brilliant light. He could throw his consciousness across the galaxy without dying, by the way. Without dying. The man was a savant with a lightsaber.
With a lightsaber.
He was said, how many lightsabers did it say that he was said to have had when he was dueling? It was like, if he was like dueling with like 20 lightsabers, I might be off. But like
it's something ridiculous like that. But he's not holding
That's how this man was bossed up. That's all I had to say. And I'm not just talking about his physical feats, but on the spiritual level as well. Luke Skywalker accepted all people, no matter where they were in their journey to learn the Force. If they had messed up, he brought them back.
He understood that people can have connections and not hate themselves for it.
The man brought his father back from the dark side. This is the same man who killed a room full of children, and then went on to kill every other Jedi he ever met for the next 20 years.
And his son.
And probably caused multiple genocides while working for the Empire.
Bro killed a planet.
Right.
Was a part of a planet being destroyed.
But Luke found the goodness in this man's heart and brought him back to the light side.
So tell me how.
So how did this man, Luke Skywalker, become such a close-minded person who would not allow attachment for a little child?
Tell him.
Who had watched the Jedi Order get murdered by his father and a
front
group
of
of
him.
clone troopers? I don't get it. I don't understand.
Why then?
Why the character assassination for Luke Skywalker? I don't get it. He was supposed to be an incredibly strong person, both spiritually and like power-wise as well. Disney Star Wars, please give me an answer. I do want an answer. I love what you're doing with the Mandalorians. It's fine. It's beautiful. I love Ahsoka. She's wonderful. However, Luke Skywalker deserved better. Mark Hamill, I'm looking at you. I'm telling you, your character deserved better. Han Solo deserved better. He didn't. He went out like a G, trying to save his son. His son was on some other stuff at the time. That's okay. It happens.
Why'd they have to kiss? This is another thing. Why'd they have to kiss?
They did not have to kiss.
They didn't have to kiss.
They did not have to kiss. And all of you Reylo shippers, I understand y'all want to do that and whatever, but it didn't have to happen. You feel me? Like, we didn't have to see it.
We did
like,
not.
Disney did it for y'all. And I get it. I'm glad y'all had your little joy right there, but it didn't happen in the movie. But
did not.
Yeah.
I'm glad we had that moment because that was necessary.
No, it was
I'm glad.
because Lando got treated bad too. Wedge, Nien Nub, Admiral Akbar, all of them.
How you gonna kill?
Right. I'm opening the worms now. I'm letting you all see. I need you to understand. There are some. These are very key people, very important people, near and dear to the hearts here. And
how you gonna kill him off screen?
How are you exactly? Nien Nub and Admiral Akbar killed off screen. That's the problem. That's the issue here. And I will close it. I will close my this part here by I went off a rant.
No, you're good. You good. This is what this is for. This is exactly what this is for. In fact, you don't even have to end it. It's gonna be my weekly verdict too. J.J. Abrams, Why? Why did
get
you
into the
have to do
directors, not
this?
the
Yep.
directors.
We calling people out, apparently.
This is your fault. You're the one who made the announcement.
Yep.
Just why? Why couldn't you just you got the lens flare thing figured out?
Yes.
Why couldn't you just let
Great
your
job.
bad guy be the bad guy? Adam Driver would have made a great bad guy if y'all just let him be a bad guy.
Yeah.
Also, the other thing is, why would you name him Ben when Leia ain't even know Obi-Wan has been?
Right. That didn't
She
even
knew
make
him
sense.
as Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Right. That Bail Organa did not know this man had a middle name. I'm gonna be honest. He did not know Ben was Obi-Wan Kenobi's middle name. Y'all probably didn't know that. But I'm gonna tell you right now.
I know that.
Like,
I thought he was old Ben. I was like, all right,
it don't make sense. It like in like
Ben Skywalker as well, another phenomenal character in the EU. I suggest, look, I know I'm cutting in now.
no,
I'm
dude,
sorry.
this is a joint blurb right here.
Disney had
they go back
a
to the
blueprint.
churchman.
Disney had a blueprint before they decided to make their movies. We
Oh
could
my
have had
gosh.
so much
They
more.
had TV shows. They had action figures.
Wow.
They had sagas on sagas on sagas.
Eugene
They
Ball.
had
S'more.
oh, do you know how cool it would have
Lost Tribe
been
of the
to
Sith.
just been like get a movie just or like get like a TV series about the literal race of people that are immune to the Force that grow their ships from seeds. They plant a ship in the ground, water it with something, and then they get a Star Destroyer.
They took over most of the
Organically.
galaxy with they were
Organically.
They were flying bugs in space. They were flying bugs in space and took over most of the galaxy.
Like
That would have been cool to see, right?
that would have been so cool. Like you just like Jason Solo, like everything that you love about Star Wars and like everything that like
He really going there.
like Jason and Jaina Solo, like you would have had them fight. You would have had the emotional like draw that Star Wars will always fail to get to.
Darth Cwdc.
The lightsaber duels between Luke Skywalker's child and Han Solo's oldest son after
What?
Han Solo's oldest son has murdered Luke Skywalker's wife.
His wife.
And Ben Skywalker's mother.
Another connection.
And then beating Ben Skywalker, almost besting Luke, and then getting taken out by his sister, who's like, you know what? I am the only one who can do this. And you know what? Just Disney. Boba Fett.
Boba Fett got his flowers in the EU. He was still boxing,
Still
hurting people. He trained Jaina to take out Jason. He did that. Why Boba Fett? Why he got a? I can't even say what I want to say for real. But
okay.
This multicultural K-pop group that he hired on Mos Eisley, bro. What is going on? I am still upset about that. That doesn't even make sense to me.
there's just so
Why
many
weren't
things.
they dirty? Everyone else on Tatooine was dirty, but them. What was going on? Who didn't read? Who didn't do their research?
Do you like in today's society, especially right now, you write a character like Mara Jade, who starts off as like the assassin, like just killing like to the point where the Emperor is like, we don't mess with her.
No.
She's like, this one is special. Like, you go kill my former apprentice's son. He can't do it. You got it. Like having a character like that who is so effortlessly cool.
Yes.
In a time where everybody's like, and wow, everybody knows when you want your like girl power moments, those can be so forced. MCU Endgame, she's got backup. Like you wouldn't
Rey
need to
Skywalker.
do things like that if you just took characters by themselves that were naturally badass.
Why you had to say that? What?
Because you know that
Yeah,
moment
he's
was
cutting out the
what?
church music.
Wait, why you had to bring up that?
because you know that moment was corny. It was so corny.
I know it was corny. That's all. Why you had to bring it up? It was
Because you don't need to be corny to get something like
one
that.
of the most unnecessary scenes in all of Endgame.
I
If not
mean-
the most unnecessary scene. I understand female empowerment, women empowerment, but no.
Leia
It was
Organa.
dumb.
Leia Organa.
Leia.
Wonderful example of female empowerment.
Back to the first man. I'm
That
sorry.
is just a
Keep it off. Keep it off.
wonderful.
We're about to get into this right now.
Leia
I'm sorry.
Organa, Padme Amidala. Padme Amidala, probably one of the, like, if you really listen to what she was like doing, she was wonderful. She was fighting for the people. She had friends on the Confederacy of Independent Systems. She was even talking to Anakin at the end. She was like, I don't know if we were doing the right thing in this Clone War. Like, she was a free thinker, okay? She was a free thinker. She's and then you get Leia. The first scene you get with Leia Skywalker, or Leia, I'm sorry. Well, I mean, she is. But Leia Organa, she is busting shots. She is shooting people.
She's a better shot than the two dudes with, like,
You did Han and Chewie, yeah.
No, there is very few times where you see Leia missing. She don't, honestly.
One of my favorite scenes in the books is I think it's in the Thrawn trilogy. It's like right after Luke has started to train Leia, and Leia's asleep, and Luke is like having a nightmare, and she like wakes him up through the Force and is like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Calm down, you don't." And she's like, "Nope, there's something wrong. What's going on here?" And he's like, "You don't need to be this like concerned about me." Then he goes across a galaxy and he gets in like active trouble, and Leia's sitting like, she's like, "Luke's in trouble. We should go help him." And Han's like, "No, why? Yeah, he's fine." He's like, "It's Luke." She's like, "No, something is really wrong here."
Something's wrong with my
And
brother.
they fly, and Luke is like about to die. He's like, "Oh, we need to help him." like it's just like there's so many characters that are written so well. And
There's
there's
just an untapped potential of Leia, like that we barely saw in the original trilogy.
So she's a full Jedi Master. Like by the time we get to like the Darth Caedus and like all of that, she is a full Jedi Master. Like,
and flying through space is not one of those things that made her a role model. That wasn't it.
Nope.
She did not need to fly through space.
Nope. It was the fact that
R.I.P. to Carrie Fisher. And oh my God,
she cussed out the Grand Master of the New Jedi Order on multiple occasions, and was like, honestly, there's not very many people that I remember reading about Luke not wanting to fight because he thought he might lose. But one of the times when him and Leia are about to like get into it, there's a paragraph where he thinks to himself, "This is my sister.
Dude,
she might kill me." And he's like, "You know what?
The fact that there's like a solid thought that like she might actually kill me.
Yeah.
Like,
once again, this is a man who stops black holes.
Yeah.
Right?
He left a handprint on a planet."
Yes.
Like Luke got mad and was like fighting somebody with the Force and pushed so hard that there's an indentation of his hand on the side of a planet that you can like see from space.
Oh God.
He
in the Last Jedi,
we didn't get it
when we got like the brush off Luke Skywalker. That was the beginning of how OP Luke was.
Yes,
like that. Like Luke is nuts.
It's incredible,
and he's like genuinely a good person, and that is the only thing that is holding him back from being like the Emperor.
He could have taken out Jason. He could have taken him out.
Absolutely, but he was like, "This is my best friend's. This is my nephew and my best friend's child. I can't kill you." Come on
now.
So,
come on.
If you ever need some reading,
Star Wars.
Highly recommend the New Jedi Order, Thrawn trilogy, the Yuuzhan Vong War.
Don't worry about that High Republic stuff.
Hey,
don't do it.
Don't even.
Don't worry about it.
Start post battle of Yavin and just go. Hit me up. I've got some of them I can give to you, and I'll even give them to you for free. I need them back, but I want to give them to you for free.
That's all I'm saying.
Especially before the Ahsoka show comes out, and we get Thrawn in live action. Who I'm very scared about seeing in live action. This has probably been the longest blurb we've ever done. Yeah. But
I'm gonna let y'all take it over.
I think
you didn't know it was about to be Star Wars hour.
Hey, and this conversation could have gotten a lot deeper.
It could get worse.
Too.
It could get worse.
But I just I'm glad you brought up Star Wars. I haven't gotten a rant like that on camera about Star Wars yet. So just so people know where.
That's what I'm here for.
Just
when Star Wars needed, that's where I arrive.
Hey, just when the world needed it the most. When I needed a good ending to a trilogy, I wouldn't have been mad. I wouldn't have been nearly as mad at how they treated all of these characters if they had ended it in a way that made sense.
Oh yeah.
But having two characters that spent 2.5 movies trying to kill each other, just suddenly be like, you know what?
Together, really, except for literally just trying to kill each other.
Works only in theater and romantic comedies,
Yep.
and Star Wars is neither theater. Well, technically it is theater, but we don't have to go there. But it is not a romantic comedy.
Damn right about that.
So
also, They did Fem wrong and they did Poe wrong. That's the punctuation. I will come back some other time and I'll talk to y'all about that.
We'll ring back on that because Ryan is about to go off again. We appreciate everybody for listening to the Blerd Survival Guide. It's been a wonderful episode. Rod, we thank you for coming.
Hey, no problem.
Ryan, it was awesome for you being on camera. Smile.
Don't make the main moment of your trailer a nigga with a lightsaber, and you never gonna let that nigga pick up a lightsaber.
And that's our moms. And that's our moms, bro.
Sorry, so this is definitely the last episode of Blerd Survival Guide. And we appreciate you all for listening.
That's our moms. I'm sorry, Jay. I'm sorry, Mern. I'm sorry we came and destroyed your show. We real sorry.
I got it.
We appreciate you all for listening. I always put Ryan's name on the credits. Yes, it's Ryan K. He had to go take a breath and breathe. Rod, where can people find you?
Y'all can find me on Instagram at just_Rod. I don't know if there's another underscore under that, but I'm carrying my dog in my profile picture. It's the back of my head, and I'm carrying my dog. So that's me.
Hey. You want to know what you're not doing?
Probably the show again.
Maybe. But we appreciate everybody for listening, for watching, and yeah, of course, this was the filler episode. Next week, we're getting into this final four of the Cartoon Network versus Nickelodeon. Remember, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Blerd Survival Guide, on Twitter and TikTok at Blerd Guide. You can email us at blerdsurvivalguide@gmail.com. You can also follow my personals at That Dancing Blerd, no G, at J's at Blerd Activist. And other than that, keep surviving, everybody, and listen to that theme song.
Listen to the theme song.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Blerd Survival Guide Season 3, baby.
At Blerd Activists.
At That Dancing Blerd. We are back for another season of fun and love and all the things. Let's go. Welcome back to the Blerd Survival Guide. Chill with us. Enjoy the ride. Perfect way to spend your time. 3, 2, 1. We going live. Welcome back to the Blerd Survival Guide. Chill with us. Enjoy the ride. Perfect way to spend your time. 3, 2, 1. We going live. We got everything you need. Jeremy and Jay, a hell of a team. Comics, news, and everything in between. Birmingham, we own the scene. Come on and let's have a blast with the Black Nerds and the Black Podcast. This is a guide to help you last. We got some topics to unmask. Welcome back to the Blerd Survival Guide. Chill with us. Enjoy the ride. Perfect way to spend your time. 3, 2, 1. We going live. Welcome back to the Blerd Survival Guide. Chill with us. Enjoy the ride. Perfect way to spend your time. 3, 2, 1. We going live. Appreciate you, Nick, for creating the beat and the lyrics and helping us out, buddy. Another Marbury production.
Shout out Marbury.
Thank you for your service.